Good morning.
Morning. Can you hear me well?
Yes.
Okay. So, let me check here. Yes. Give me a second, just open here. Okay, today I have some issues in my house. I don't have electricity. I use my connection, my cell phone. Okay, I'm maybe the connections become a little unstable. It's the reason that I didn't. I stopped to stop my video to decrease the requirement to the bandwidth. Okay, but again, we work today. If the connection is very bad, please inform me, and I try. I will decide what what I will do. Okay. However, I believe we can start, and I already set a lot of you as a co-host. Okay, if I drop off, you can continue until I return. Okay, and I believe you don't have problems because the electricity. Okay, the only problem that can be had is my cell phone finish the battery. Okay, but I believe I believe I have battery for 2 or 3 hours. I believe it until a little more. Okay, I don't believe we have problems. So um, we had our meetings on Tuesday, and during the meetings I explained what is the target of this sprint, and I told you about the session today. During the sessions, sorry, during the current session, we work in one exercise that is very important to the end of the sprint. Okay, why it's important? Because everything that you need to do in this sprint, you already apply it in this course, in this session. Sorry. Uh, Before I start this part of the session, I would like to explain two situations. Okay, the first one: why use Node-RED? Why don't use Mosquito or another broker? The reason to use Node-RED, first, it's a suggestions from the professor that taught this course with the last semester or last year. And it's the first and the main reason. The professor used the Node-RED and applied the Node-RED in our course. The second reason is uh, Mosquito is not so hard to configure. However, is a little harder than a Node-RED. Okay, and it's the second reason. The third reason is we can use, for example, the cloud. I already told you it, but the cloud required to use the credit card. I cannot force you to have a credit card. Okay, I'm preparing one exercise. Okay, I will apply this exercise next week. When you use the oh my gosh, you use the Azure cloud and to run the experience, and it's amazing experience. And you use the use the simulator in the Azure and send the data to Azure. You can use for example, a very amazing tools in Azure to calculate, for example, trends, okay, to generate some analytics. And we use this exercise. However, to run this exercise is required to have an account in Microsoft, okay? And you need to set your credit card, okay? Again, I will demonstrate in the class how to use the things running, how you have the exercise step by step. However, it's optional. You will use or not use it if you want or don't want, okay? But again, I cannot use it as the main road in my course, a tool that I cannot force you to have, okay? So I want to use another simulator, Okay, it's no problem. I want to use a real device. I have three. I have a real simulator or the Raspberry. I want to use the simulator. Okay, no problem. You can use any simulator that you want. What you need to do is the experiment. Okay. So I'm talking about it because in the other group, the one group asked me about these things. Okay. So, any question, guys? No questions?
Nope.
Okay. So the second thing is, do you have any question about the simulator? You know how to use, how to install, how the 2-3 approach that you can use? Are there someone that didn't don't know how to use the simulator? Everybody knows. Guys, are you here? Guys, can you hear me?
Yes, we know how to use it.
Okay, thank you very much. So, okay, the activity today is I said, you realize on big exercise today. It's an exercise, it's not complex a lot, okay? You have a little more complexity, but is a step-by-step, okay? It's a directional, it's not directional, it's a step-by-step exercise. You have at the end, the last question, you have a little challenge that you need to think, you need to understand the previous steps and think a little how to improve the things that you asked in the last question, okay? So to access this exercise, I share my screen. Okay, open your canvas and modules. You have the test file IoT app. Okay, open the test file. Okay, one thing that I share here with you is a file that has this picture here, okay? And you don't need to type these fields. Okay, what you need to do, it's our exercise. The scenario involving our exercise, yes, is you have a music concert in this place, okay? This place is in the Rio de Janeiro, is a place that you have events like that, okay? And to protect and to provide safety to the audience, you install a group of sensors, okay, in this environment, okay? Which type of sensors? A smoke detector and a temperature sensor, okay? You install the both. And here in the blue line, in the blue circle, okay, you install the add device, okay? You install the aggregator, where all the nodes, you send data to this guy here, okay? In the order positions, you install the both device. For example, here you have the smoke detector and the temperature detector. Here you have a smoke detector and temperature detector, and so on. Okay. what you need to do, the first task, the first thing that you need to do, you have directions for all content, okay? But the things that you need to do is create this scenario in the simulator, okay? And again, you use the simulator to create, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no, 2, yes, five device, okay? And after you create the scenario, you need to adjust the latitude and longitude. You need to use, replace for this information, the latitude and longitude that you have in the simulator, okay? A very important thing, the first position is latitude. The second position is longitude, okay? So, in the exercise, out in the questions, in the questions, in the enunciations, you have the Spanish version of, it's the same content, but in Spanish, okay? The first thing, it's a group activity. However, Canvas does not enable to create an exam like a group. The exam is individual. What you need to do, one, you open the breakout rooms, you move to the breakout rooms, and you work in group, okay? And the first thing that you need to do, you need to put in the first question the name of the group, okay? One guy you answer, okay? You don't need to everybody submit the information in the Canvas, just one. Preference, the Scrum Master, or one guy. You select one guy and submit. And remember to put the name of the group here, okay? If you didn't put, it's hard to find which group is the exercise. In this activity, you have theoretic questions, okay? For example, this one, what is the logic topology required to implement the IoT Edge? It's a few, I believe 3 or 4, okay? And after you have practical things, okay? Where you receive or directions step by step. For example, install the simulation, use the procedure defined in the project page. You have two options to run simulation, compile it in the Eclipse, run it from binary. The second option is to compile. There is some information on how to compile here. For example, information about the after creation JSON, what's the information you need to type, okay? It's the first part of the exercise. After you have more theoretical questions, and follow you have Node-RED information or the Node-RED activities. You have different steps in the Node-RED, okay? Step-by-step installation of the model, configuration of the model, okay? And the important things that you have, the new information that you have is the work with contents. However, you have a very good example explaining everything here, what you need to do, and okay? And you have 12 questions. And the last one, the question 14, is the challenge, okay? You need to pass for the other questions, and the 14, you have a little different context to use the information that you're learning during this process, okay? Again, it is a group activity, okay? It's very important that everybody knows what you're doing, okay? Again, it's a step of the things that you do in this exercise is the same thing that you need to do. It's almost the same thing that you need to do in the sprint, okay? It's the reason that it's so important to work in this sprint. Any question, guys?
Teacher.
Okay, guys, thank you. So I will open the breakout rooms. Again, I really ask you to work in this exercise. Don't work in another thing. Okay, it's real the time to work in our course. Okay, don't use the time to to fix other things. My plan to you is that you finalize this exercise during these sessions. Don't need to use your free time to finalize, okay? To be possible that you finalize until end of today, it's required to work during the class, okay? So the breakout room is open. Any questions? If you don't have any question, please go to the group, and if you have any question, call me. Okay, I'm here in the main room. Okay.